In the bustling city of Baghdad, during the golden age of Islamic civilization, there lived a wealthy merchant named Khalid. He was known for his expansive trade routes and his growing fortune. Khalid owned several markets, and his influence was widespread. However, beneath his apparent success, there lay a heart tainted by greed. One day, Khalid learned of an orphan boy named Hamza, who had inherited a vast fortune from his deceased parents. Seeing an opportunity, Khalid cunningly presented himself as a protector and guardian to the young Hamza. Trusting the merchant, Hamza handed over his wealth to Khalid, hopeful that his guardian would invest the fortune wisely. Instead, Khalid began to waste the orphan's wealth on lavish parties and extravagant purchases. Hamza, unaware of the merchant's treachery, continued to live in humble conditions, often seeking just enough to meet his needs. Khalid's greed grew, for the more he consumed of the orphan's wealth, the more he desired. However, Khalid's deceit did not go unnoticed in the eyes of Allah, the All-Knowing. Soon, Khalid's fortune began to dwindle mysteriously. His ships wrecked at sea, his markets produced less profit, and his wealth seemed to slip through his fingers ungraspable as sand. Realizing what had transpired, Hamza appealed to Allah in prayer, asking for justice. It was then that Khalid fell ill. A relentless fever consumed him, and all his wealth could not purchase healing or relief. In desperation, Khalid sought forgiveness in the mosque, praying deeply, hoping to mend the wrongs he had committed against the orphan. Seeing Khalid's genuine repentance, Hamza forgave him, but reminded Khalid that repentance must be sincere and accompanied by corrective action. Khalid decided to return what remained of Hamza's wealth and finally used his own resources to support orphanages throughout Baghdad. Thus, he hoped to rectify his past mistakes and earn his place back in the favor of Allah. From then on, Khalid lived a life of humility and service, with the understanding that unjustly consuming the property of orphans would lead one to a path of ruin and fire. Echoing the words, "Indeed, those who devour the property of orphans unjustly are only consuming into their bellies fire, and they will be burned in a blaze." The story teaches us that greed and deceit lead to self-destruction, but sincere repentance and corrective action can guide one back to righteousness.